Time for an oil change? Head to Jiffy Lube. We've got you covered. We've also got you covered when it comes to oil changes, thanks to Pennzoil Synthetic Motor Oil, getting you back on the road in a jiffy. Jiffy Lube. Leave worry behind.
Hello, thanks for joining us on this highly questionable day. This is Izzy Gutierrez. What do you like on the show today, Izzy?
It seems Gronk is still thinking this offseason.
Gronk's brain thinks. Dale, papi.
Would it be a huge upset if Michigan were to beat Villanova tonight?
He wanted to say Villanova so badly that he looked up from the screen before he got to the tonight because he just wanted to give it that Latin flourish that is special to the joke. If Villanova shoots the way they have shot in this tournament, they will beat anybody. However, Michigan has a particular set of skills, not unlike Texas Tech, to slow the game down and be something that is difficult for Villanova to shoot over. This is exactly the kind of team that you want. It's not going to be a bad shooting night for Villanova. It's going to be if they don't shoot well because Michigan guards that well.
I don't think it would be a huge upset because of that, because Michigan has managed to keep its game close, and even in the one game where it didn't outshoot its opponent, it still happened to win on a buzzer beater and kept its opponent at a low scoring percentage. But if you look at this game, it sort of speaks to what the NBA is all about right now, right? Villanova with the smaller lineup, shooting a bunch of threes, using that, in this case, junior leadership at the point guard, even using a big man like Omari Spellman, who's hit 9 threes in his last 3 games, shooting 44% from 3. All that sort of mimics what's going on in the NBA. And so Villanova winning another national championship in that way, I think, would be fitting for basketball.
It was startling to see them put that on Kansas that way, where you were watching at home and you're like, Kansas, we can't do anything against this. They are just going to bombs away. Our season is over. You knew it. We knew it. And the one time Villanova won the championship most recently, we knew it back then, too, the way they were shooting. They can shoot unlike anyone in the sport. Their run through this tournament has been more dominant than just about any in the history of the sport, but they can be beaten by this team.
It does seem Michigan is, like we said, good at keeping the game close, and they just won on a buzzer beater in this tournament. So if it ends that way, we know Villanova won on a buzzer beater in the national championship a few years ago. That would be wildly entertaining.
Oh, since you guys are not going to make a projection who the winner is going to be, that's my job. My job
that's his job to be brave when we are cowards. I'm sure
That's
it'll
right.
be. Can we pronounce Michigan in Spanish? No, we can't. Papi, who do you like? Villanova against Michigan.
Villanova!
Big surprise! You never saw that coming. He doesn't know how to
Hispanic
say
national champions of all time.
Wolverines in Spanish.
That's
Doesn't know how to
right.
say
That's
it.
right, buddy. Villanova is not only a Latino school, but has the best dress coach in the NCAA. That's right.
Extra
That's
analysis
right.
for you right there. Useless about Jay Wright being a good dresser because he doesn't know anything else about the team.
Hold that right.
Which buzzer beater was better in the women's tournament?
We just witnessed the greatest Final Four we've ever seen from the women. UConn going down is always going to help you there because it was a surprise. And look at how UConn went down here, where Notre Dame games are tied. And how about a little some of this in your face? Get out of here. You lose. Your season is over.
This shot.
Yes, this one. That's ridiculous. And here's the worst part. That right there, that single absurdity that ends poor Mississippi State's season is one of only 2 3-pointers made in that game by Notre Dame. Ouch.
Agumba Wale, let's go ahead and get that name ready because she has killed it in this tournament, and obviously winning a national championship on the last shot is crazy impressive. You would think that beating UConn on a buzzer beater, essentially, at the Final Four in overtime was the greatest shot of your collegiate career.
That's right.
2 days later,
That's right.
you one-up them. And yet, the funny part about this is still a conversation to some about UConn and whether they're too dominant, whether they're not dominant. And right now, this is a great thing. If you watch women's college basketball throughout the entire season, you will see that UConn can lose in this tournament. And so it gives these other teams incentive. Hey, we can still beat this team. Let's try to be great. And man, if UConn has another level to be great, I want to see that too.
You know, Notre Dame should have got that ball back. Where was that foul call on the referee?
Oh.
True.
Foul, yeah.
Izzy, was that a foul?
It was definitely a foul right there.
Oh, what? Let him play. What's a little elbow to the side of the jaw? Come on.
It is way too good a story to have this game end on a championship buzzer beater
That's right.
than for that to happen or for us to blame the refs. Therefore, we just ignore it and move along.
My father sitting here not caring at all about Notre Dame, Mississippi State until he can blame a referee for something and ruin the moment.
Why not?
Why not?
How should the Heat handle Hassan Whiteside the rest of the season?
My father, perhaps all of us can just stare straight ahead at the screen right now, and we can play for the people something my father was yelping about before the show, which is he wants Eric Spoelstra gone. Not gone from the city, but gone from the bench. Listen to this. Still wants to kick him upstairs to the 10th floor.
15th floor, the penthouse.
15th floor, the penthouse. Okay, view of the ocean, but
with all the whistles.
But don't put him near the
team. You just get him out of there. That's all. Half a deal. If they offer that deal to me, $7 million, you know, with an office in the penthouse.
But what about the deal Whiteside's got? $25 million, and he just gets to sit there. Why doesn't he shut up?
Well,
he just gets to sit there and not have to play at the end of the game.
Whiteside is a competitor.
Suppose not.
You know, that's why. Well, Paul has been with the company for too long.
Oh, wow. Too long with the company, man.
So just give him a raise, bump him up, just to get him out of the way.
$5 to $7 million.
That's my goal at ESPN, to keep failing forward.
Who are you making the coach?
Salary, erase, and office
space.
Floor. No, erase two. Go from the second floor to the penthouse.
Who's the coach? Who's the coach?
Who's the new coach?
The coach?
He's got no answers. No actual answers. Just get rid of Spo.
That guy came from the, what's his name?
Fisdale.
That's the guy. That's the guy. The guy. Person deal had it off. I like that style. No, I just give him a promotion.
I know. We already got all of that, Papi. Thank you. So, Izzy, what do you think of this story? Hassan Whiteside is sitting here at the end of the game yesterday as they're losing to the Nets. Hassan Whiteside, after the game, after being out for a long time with an injury, after being on a minutes restriction, called it bull bleep and had an interview ended because he was talking about he needs to be in at the end of games. PR jumped in, pulled him out of that situation. The team has since fined him. What do you do when your highest paid player, when you're building around Dion Waiters and Hassan Whiteside?
The one thing that I thought of when I read that quote was the Heat waited too long. They should have traded him, whether it be last offseason, they should have traded him this trade deadline. This was a guy who eventually was going to turn into the personality that we thought he was. He is way overpaid for what he provides. All that said, numbers say they're a better team with him on the floor, so why not put him in there in these situations against a team like Brooklyn, which they lost at home in overtime, which was the source of the frustration here from Hassan Whiteside. I think he has some grief. I think he has a beef with Eric Spoelstra, but when you look at Eric Spoelstra's track record, who are you going to side with?
One of the beefs that he has, though, and this is the part I kind of get, if you're the Miami Heat, he is paid like he is their centerpiece. But the center in today's NBA doesn't matter like it used to. Look at all the big men in the sport. Where are they? They're on the three-point line. They're now Kevin Durant. The best team with a great big man is go ahead. Eric Spoelstra is playing the Golden State style. Three-point shots with a guy paid more than anybody else at the center of it that he doesn't want to use the way today's game is played.
The Pelicans?
Yes, one of the few. The Pelicans are playing with big guys, but they're not doing it in the paint. They're doing it at the three-point line.
Do you buy that there is a rift between Gronk and the Patriots?
I'm laughing because the idea of Gronk being mentally drained is a funny thing. But there is a report from Jeff Darlington who is saying that Gronk is tired of all the Patriots rules and all the Patriots ways. And if you saw him at Ultra here, maybe we could show this video if we're allowed to do it. He was at Ultra in Miami on the shoulders of Shaquille O'Neal, and Bill Belichick is tired of Gronk being Gronk, especially when Gronk has to sit out for surgery. They tolerate Gronk being Gronk a little more when he's available for all 16 games. So I'd understand why both sides are a little bit tired of each other.
I totally understand that. I am a little confused. How long do you think that mental draining took?
Right. I thought it was all tumbleweed that did not drain. I didn't think there was any liquid in there. No protective buffer, nothing.
It's lasting way longer than I thought it would. But I totally understand that. I mean, when you look at Gronkowski and you look at, hey, Odell Beckham's out there doing the craziest things, and yeah, while his team's not happy with it, they're looking at it, yeah, if we don't trade 2 first-rounders for you, we're going to keep you. We value you. And on his side, he's like, wait a second, why can't I be myself? Why can't you value me as much as they do their number one receiver? But on the other side, it's also, hey, we won a Super Bowl without you. You get hurt a lot, and we win anyway. You are not the reason we win, so we don't have to put up with all this. My thing is, it's not really all this. It's just a guy showing some personality off the field. It's not really hurting his production on the field.
But I would say that one of the things in play here that is interesting is that Gronk and Brady have largely been subservient to Belichick all their lives. You just saw Brady go over Belichick's head to get Garoppolo traded, if you believe the reports, and now Gronk is finding his voice too on, I don't like this stuff so much, and you need me more than I need you.
Well, we'll see who wins that argument when Tom Brady, oh, by the way, is entering his mid-40s, and Gronkowski won't have a Tom Brady throwing to him forever. We'll see who wins out. I'm guessing it's going to be Belichick.
Hey, Danny. Yeah? Amendola, wake up.
Oh, wake up.
Are you excited about Gronk coming to Miami and play with you again?
Danny.
Oh, yeah. What?
Danny.
Oh, yeah. He's here. Yeah, he's very excited. You know.
He's open, too.
Gronk.
Yeah, he's open.
Right.
It's where he's been hanging out since he signed in Miami.
Brady's going to find him. Brady's going to find him.
Detroit Ohtani first star. Quote your concern for him coming out of spring training.
I did not have start being the hard word there. He is an Angels prospect, and he pitched okay yesterday. It was 6 innings, and 3 runs is what he allowed. And a AAA pitcher could start a game in the big leagues without being a major leaguer, and he could absolutely have this performance because batters fail a lot. He throws really hard. It's erratic. The key with him is going to be consistency. You are not likely to get that in his youth. You will get them by him taking all the bumps and bruises along this season until he learns to harness that 100-mile-an-hour stuff.
I only know what we're talking about based on context because I have no idea what he said in that question, so I'm figuring this out. Here's my problem with this whole phenomenon, if you will. I mean, we've got a guy in his early 20s coming from another country and expected to be, and this is what was written in the SI article, the Japanese Babe Ruth. That is a lot of pressure, especially when you're talking about if a pitcher can hit 250 with 5 or 6 home runs, he is a megastar at the plate, and if he's a great pitcher, obviously is a superstar. This guy, we're asking him from the very beginning to do both, and man, that is a lot of pressure, so let's back off a little bit. And oh, by the way, if he had a poor spring training or a less than expected quality spring training, well, it's okay to expect that when we got this guy making a giant transition. This is probably what he's going to be more like.
Coming up next on Highly Questionable.
Those are actual knives.
What?
That's right. Actual knives. This seems to be a liability. This seems to be a health hazard.
Everyone in the neighborhood knew about Bobby. Bobby, the basketball boy, they called him. Bobby wanted to go pro someday, so he was always out in the driveway shooting hoops. But one day, his mom came out and told him,
"Hey, your wife wants you to take out the trash?"
His mom was visiting, and Bobby was a grown man. He had kind of missed his window. Plus, no one had ever seen him actually make a basket. But on the other hand, Bobby had heard how Geico could save him money on car insurance, so he switched and saved. So, it was all good.
Time to play the game that is mailing it in this weekend. Do your question.
Yeah, the topics and events we question.
This week, the weekend was over, but he's mailing it in.
Do you question if Zlatan is too good for the MLS?
Oh, I love arrogance with my sports, and this guy is arrogance on steroids. He told Los Angeles, "You're welcome for my arrival," before doing anything. And then he goes out there. He's 36 years old. He's coming off of a leg injury. And look at the first thing he does when he comes off the bench. It shows everybody, I can do something nobody else in this league can do. Oh, my God. You, keeper, have never seen anything like this. And this, he should have just been on a white horse at the end of this, just riding around, wooing your women, and you having no chance against them. And then the second goal. Wait a minute. Well, that one shot. Well, I'll watch it again because look at that poor goalie reacting the way I would in the same situation. I'm such an idiot in the face of Zlatan. But then he does this. 2 shots, and guess what happens? 2 shots. And yes, of course, totally ridiculous.
Just 2 touches? I mean, it could have even been 2 touches.
Right.
He's that efficient with his greatness.
Yes, and he has the man bun, and it's just in the perfect spot. And then he says this afterward.
But you brought this crowd to life. What is your reaction to the welcome mat that these fans showed you?
I think I heard we want Zlatan, and I gave them Zlatan, so...
Yes, he did. Yes.
He also said afterward he got the chicken skin, which I believe is goosebumps after they were chanting for Zlatan.
No, Izzy's got it all wrong. No. Zlatan does not get goosebumps. Goosebumps get Zlatan.
And now we should just call it chicken skin for the rest of the time here. The immediacy with which he took off his shirt was very Ronaldo-like. I mean, that was clear in his celebration that he was ready for this. The efficiency of his touches, that's what LA, forget the MLS, that's what LA wants, and that's what LA got. They want a superstar, and immediately you make the fans happy. He did so twice. That was chicken skin for everybody.
What is the big deal? I've seen a longer goal than that.
Oh, look at this. My father's seen better.
That's right. There we go. Look at
and he has that's not the man bun shooting.
Oh, that is a longer goal. How amazing would it have been if Zlatan had done that yesterday? That would have been more amazing. My father is correct.
That's Sidney Crosby level.
That is really amazing. My father is correct.
Do you question Aaron Donald's training methods?
Aaron Donald is a menace. He is the most unblockable thing in the sport, not named Khalil Mack, and this is what he does as an off-season training regimen. Those are actual knives.
What?
That's right. Actual knives. This seems to be a liability. This seems to be a health hazard.
What?
Yeah. I don't think any of that should be allowed.
You can do these exact same movements without the weapons in
Yes,
hand
all
and
of that
still
stuff
be
can
able
be
to get by
done without, maybe piercing one of his veins.
I mean, clearly this is just peer pressure. James Harrison did what in the gym? Alvin Kamara did what on the street with carrying what? And now I'm going to dodge knives just so I can get past a decently offensive tackle.
Can we do an investigation here and go in there? Those can't actually be knives, right? They're not allowing knife play at their practice facility, are they?
I mean, this guy seems to be protected, right? He's got the gear on his forearm so that he doesn't get cut, and he's not even the one that's threatening to get cut here.
That seems imprudent training when you can stab him in the temple accidentally if he's not paying attention.
I don't know. Aaron Donald's really good. Maybe it's exactly what other people need to do.
What is the big deal about that? He wasn't in real danger like this guy was.
Oh, is he throwing into a knife video? Yes, of course. Thank you for doing that, Papi. Yes, this is real danger. Aaron Donald.
Doing to this poor Bellman.
Yeah, you want to show us something, Aaron Donald? Hiya! Oh, my God. Yeah!
Oh, he opened his eyes. Big mistake.
The watermelon. And hooray! Triumphant effort. I am good at making television without getting bad.
He did not look too happy to be alive after that. I would have been way happier.
Do you question if hot sauce is at peace with its result?
Okay, hot sauce does halftime entertainment during concession runs at Hawks games. He's that fancy dribbler from the N1 time. Let's see what hot sauce has here.
Do you have anything you want to say to hot sauce before you get going? Oh, you do? Look out. You got a look out and a wink. Let's get
look out. They got the double team going. Look out. Careful. Oh, hot sauce. Careful. Oh.
Give me that.
Oh.
Wait, you guys just won for the first time this season. You guys just won a brand new set. Oh, he said he didn't lose it. Let's go. Oh, he said, I didn't lose it. Let's go. They said you lost it. He wants to keep going.
What do you mean? Hot sauce.
Making up rules.
Oh, hot sauce. This is such a bad... Now doing it to them doesn't mean anything. They already took it from you.
Also, that's a carry.
Oh, that's bull. Yeah, get out of here, hot sauce.
Get out of here, hot sauce.
Your day is
the question should have been, do you question if hot sauce is at peace with his career? When he's sitting here doing halftime shows at empty Atlanta Hawks games, that's probably not the path he was hoping for.
Honestly, hot sauce is looking at there. He's like, Kent Bazemore? Really? I'm the halftime entertainment for Kent Bazemore.
It's a normal day. You're rushing out the door to get to work on time when suddenly, there it is, the dreaded service light. So what is it this time? Tire pressure, low coolant, time for an oil change? When it comes to service lights, head to Jiffy Lube. We've got you covered. Drive in today and make the switch to Pennzoil. Ask for Pennzoil Synthetics, getting you back on the road in a jiffy. Jiffy Lube, leave worry behind.
Highly questionable is broadcast from the Clevelander Hotel on beautiful South Beach, Miami. Time to play the game that move with deceptive grace. See? Oh, no.
Deceptive grace is what that accent said. He said it right, but it just sounds funny in the accent. I'm not criticizing you, Papi. Don't get mad. Nobody knew that you said deceptive. You tell us what to watch on TV tonight. We tell you if we're intrigued. It didn't sound like deceptive. He's got a heavy accent.
Jerk.
On Fox Sports Southeast, Nationals and Braves.
No, but Reds fans have had it tough for a while. Feel bad for Joey Votto. He's been excellent for them, and nobody cares. Listen to this, though. Reds fans are trying to taunt Bryce Harper. Listen closely. Overrated. Top of the ninth, 5-3. How about some of that to the deepest part of your park? Overrate this. Yes, over your fastest man in sports center fielder. Many, many yards behind the fence. Reds baseball, ladies and gentlemen. Overrate this. You could have heard it because there are so few fans there, and the few that are there watching him hit home runs. That's why they're there. Izzy, are you intrigued?
Why are you taking my line? I'm going to go with C, only because they need more fans, and I'm going to go ahead and be one. So, yeah.
I always take his lines. He's been calling me Tommy Topper at every turn here. I always take his lines. Papi, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. Are you kidding me? The Nationals are going into the Brave now. The Brave Stadium, this is going to be a different ball game, buddy. The Brave, they got a hell of a fireballer. You know, he won't be able to do that to their number one fireballer.
Name?
Who's the name? I don't know who their number one fireballer is. The Braves?
Just going to get drunk on
he's
the mound.
just a number one fireballer.
On ESPN2, Indians and Angels.
It is 2018, and the 44-year-old Ichiro is still in the big leagues, and he plays for the Mariners. And on Sundays, he plays sometimes. And look at what happened this Sunday when he is in the outfield.
Drills it high in the air to left. Back goes Ichiro on the track at the wall.
I mean, come on.
He was also doing that.
He didn't break a hip doing that
15 and 20 years ago. That is a home run. That would have been a home run. If not, for that guy still climbing walls at his age.
There's the adjustment right there.
Izzy, are you intrigued?
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and say yes, because I think if we just show his good plays for the rest of his career or the rest of this year, we can still trick Major League Baseball teams to sign him until he's 50, and he gets what he wants. He gets to play until he's 50.
He wants to play until he's 50. He can play until he's 50.
Let me add this really quickly, because the Angels, by the way, we talked about Ohtani, and we talked about how he's going to save them and bring all this attention. They have the best player in the world in Mike Trout. How is that not enough to bring the Angels some attention? I'm sorry, you were saying.
No, that's okay. Bonus Angels coverage. You were asking for that, right? Papi, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. You know who is very happy about that catch? Fred Hutch.
Fred Hutch. That's the pitcher? I didn't know who the pitcher was. I'm sorry for the Seattle Mariners.
Fred Hutch.
Fred Hutch. Okay, I thought that was the pitcher for the Mariners. What does Fred Hutch cure? Let me see what he cures. Let's see what he cures.
Nobody watches a game quite like Papi.
Cures start right there.
Apparently they cure old age, because 44-year-olds can still do that.
Way to go, Fred Hutch.
That's my guy, Fred Hutch.
I know. I love that. I thought Fred Hutch was the number 2 starter for the Mariners.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching.
We will talk to you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.
Do you need the hug?
No.
I'll give you a hug. I'll give you a hug.
I'll give you a hug.
Give me a big hug. Give me a big hug.
Fix it.
Is this how they hug?
Everyone in the neighborhood knew about Bobby. Bobby, the basketball boy, they called him. Bobby wanted to go pro someday, so he was always out in the driveway shooting hoops. But one day, his mom came out and told him,
"Hey, your wife wants you to take out the trash."
His mom was visiting, and Bobby was a grown man. He had kind of missed his window. Plus, no one had ever seen him actually make a basket. But on the other hand, Bobby had heard how Geico could save him money on car insurance, so he switched and saved. So, it was all good.